Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jeanette. You can't see it, but I'm wearing a cool mermaid thing. I'm a mermaid, get it? Because this video is about mermaid. Anyway, today I am doing hashtag mermaid, and I was not expecting to want to do a whole month's worth of mermaids, but then on the first day I thought, you know what'd be funny? A mermaid alligator. I wonder what that'd be called. Mergator. And it sparked so much joy that I just continued onwards. So initially, as you can see, I wanted to go for some like professional art materials, but given it's the land of quarantine, I don't know if I can get replacements for all the markers I need for the illustrations that I'm working on right now, so instead of using my expensive fancy markers, I decided, you know what, I can get easily ballpoint pens. So I decided I'm gonna do this Mergator. I don't know how to pronounce it. I made it up and I don't know how to pronounce it, so you pronounce it however you want. But I didn't want to waste my good art supplies on basically just a doodle. This doodle got very big and very complicated, and it turned into something that I'm incredibly proud of. But that being said, I wanted to use a really cheap art supply for the majority of it, so I did draw this pretty much the whole thing in ballpoint pen. Once I was done with the ballpoint pen, I wasn't seeing enough contrast between the foreground and the background, and I wanted it to look a little bit more murky, like it was underwater or something, a little bit more blended and soft. So I decided to try out using one of my alcohol markers, and I just grabbed a random one. I think I used a G1 to try and blend it out like a colorless blender, which actually worked, and I was really pleased with this process. And I think I'm gonna try and just stick to ballpoint pens and an alcohol-based marker for the rest of these illustrations and just see if I can get a little bit more refined with it. I just wanted to see what I could do, and it would be interesting to see a series of these creature mermaids created and see how refined I can get with a pretty cheap art supply, which isn't even an art supply, it's an office supply. I mean, the alcohol marker is an art supply. But it'll be cool to see what I can get out of it, and I'm really, really enjoying the process of inventing these monsters. So with this one that you're watching right now, I took, you know, the idea of a mergator and tried to figure out what would that maybe actually look like if it were a creature. So I love the head of, technically the head was based off of a crocodile, don't at me. I just like how pointy the nose is. It's my own monster. Okay, if I want to call it a mergator because that sounds better than a merdile, then I'm going to. But I used that as the basis for the face structure, and I looked at the skulls of crocodiles while I was drawing this actual creature in the sketching phase. And then I used the texture of the crocodile to figure out the texture of like the scales and stuff and the skin. And then when I got to the body, I was thinking, well, should it have arms? Because mermaids technically have arms, and I didn't really like the idea of just taking a crocodile, cutting it in half, and then slapping a fishtail on it. So I wanted to have something a little bit more organic feeling, so I ended up going with the bones of a seahorse. If you look at the skeleton of a seahorse, it's so intricate. It looks like armor, and I was really fascinated by it, so I ended up using a skeleton of a seahorse as inspiration for the body. And I definitely took some liberties because I did not feel like drawing a seahorse correctly. And I don't have to, because it's my creature and I can mess it up as much as I want. And there you go. Then I ended up with Mergator. And I thought it was really funny. I just could not get over it. Honestly, I think it's hilarious. I still think it's hilarious. So then I ended up asking in my Instagram polls, what would you guys like to see next? And I gave two options. One, half mermaid, half spider, and the other, half mermaid, half tiger. And overwhelmingly, people voted for spiders, and I was like, cool. So that's how Marachnid came to be. I really would not want to go anywhere near that thing. Which, I mean, it kind of exists, because I took basically the body of a spider crab and the tail of a lobster, and then I just took the idea of an actual, like, terrestrial spider head and slapped all that together and made some horrific thing. And I may actually share that footage with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Jeanette of the Andromeda Variety, and if you like this video, you should subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos sometimes. I'm currently trying to get back into the rhythm of things, and in fact, if you are watching this video right now, that is because I have started working with a new editor. His name is Ace, and you should go subscribe to his channel. It is in the description below. And thank you, Ace, so much for editing this video and helping me get better at uploading things in a consistent time frame, because this has not been easy trying to do it all by myself while working way too much. Also, I have a book coming out soon, but shh. Love you, bye-bye! I have no idea where to put my signature in this. Oops.